Hi, so today we are going to talk about the one thing I'm glad I did when I started my business, and you should do too. Hey guys, my name is Emma, and my channel exists to talk about photography, share stories, and give encouragement as you live your life and delight in all things creative. Today we are going to talk a little bit about my photography journey and the one thing I did when I started my business that I have zero regrets about. But first, let's have some backstory. So when I started in my photography journey, I didn't really plan to start a business. I just wanted to take photos. I thought photography was super fun, it was easier than drawing, and it was like instant gratification. But it was an expensive hobby to be into. Thankfully though, people would come along my way, they would start paying me, and I could start a business. I didn't really set out to start a business, I just wanted to take photos, but the business kind of happened to me because photography kind of happened to me, and I liked the idea of getting paid to do something that I loved. Like, that's the dream, right? That's totally the dream. So I did that, but also found myself kind of an accidental business person. As I grew in my photography and my skills and learning about what was out there, I more and more found that I wanted to have better gear. Now the thing is, with photography, you start at tens to hundreds to then thousands of dollars of equipment to do an upgrade, and that is so daunting. And it was so easy to feel like if I had better gear, I would be a better photographer. But the truth of the matter was, gear doesn't make me a good photographer. It wouldn't make me a good photographer, but skill, practice, and talent would combine to make me a good photographer. And so for some reason, I had the wherewithal to know that if I grew with my gear, as in I upgraded my gear as my skill developed, I would be making a really good decision for my business in the long run. I would know thoroughly how to use my gear, and I would be ready for my gear once I upgraded to like newer and better gear. So if you are going out to start a business and you think, I need to get the most expensive gear that is out there, most likely the gear isn't going to be the game changer in what sets you apart in what you do. It's going to be the work and the effort that you put in. So for me, I was low-key obsessed with learning about photography. I went so far as to edit my point and shoot images so they looked blurry in the background, which we can do with iPhones now with portrait mode, but that wasn't a thing when I started, and it's fine. And I would make lighting using work lamps from Home Depot and foam board and ripstop nylon, and it was just like, it was a whole thing. I embraced the journey and met my budget where it was, but I also loved it. And I think that having the limitation of not super incredible gear really made me depend on learning what lighting was and learning what settings were needed to make a good photo. Because no matter what, even if you have really good gear, you still need to know how to use it, no matter what. And I think it's a common misconception with photography and videography in general that the gear makes the photographer. But I'm sure you've seen plenty of comparison videos using like different calibers of gear to see like, it's not always about the gear. So if you are new in your journey, or maybe you're more seasoned, I would love to know what you decided to do moving forward. I know for me, it took a lot of stress off of me to choose to let my gear grow with me so that I didn't have this huge like financial burden, I didn't have a lot of debt, but rather I let my business pay for my gear as I grew and my business grew. It helped me personally, but I would love to know what that has looked like for you. So thank you guys all for listening. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more like it, comment below. I'd love to know any thoughts or questions you have, and always subscribe if you want to see more of my content. Have a great day. Bye.